Hey guys, Fishy here, and I am going to do a quick live stream just to show you something that I noticed today, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I am not feeling very well. I'm sounding kind of off because I've had a sore throat and some sinus issues. Hopefully this is not a cold, just some sinus irritability. But anyway, that's why I sound weird. That's what's going on. And I don't even know if anybody has got time to watch this stream today because it's New Year's Day. We are starting off the year right. Everybody hopefully is enjoying family and friends and things like that, and not having to work or do any of those things, and certainly not wasting their time on Facebook. However, I am wasting my time on Facebook. Well, I'll show you what I've seen and what I've found, and then you can tell me if it's really a waste of time. So one of the ways that I look for fake profiles that really shouldn't be there, catch them going into groups when they join, that's typically a good place to stop them from gaining a foothold, getting a following, and posting their crap to these groups. So I go and check the members tab of groups, and here's one, 2020 Trump for President group. I don't think I'm a member of this group. Yeah, I am a member of this group. Okay, I need to update my chart, but it tells you who's new to the group when you go down this tab. And so I started looking here. Here's this guy, lives in Prilep. Guess where that is? If you go and you search on it, and you actually spell it right, you can find out where this is. It is in Macedonia. Wow, what do you know? So there's somebody from Macedonia trying to get into this group. And you can kind of tell something's off. There's some Cyrillic letters there too. But somebody actually added this person into this group. Here's another one, Paul McMillan. I haven't looked at it. American flags. Nothing sets me off about that one though. Jove Gomez lives in Austin, Texas, maybe. All right. And here's some other ones that look pretty normal. Canada, Kentucky. I'm not sure if that's a place. I can check it out later. And then here's Darko Velyanovsky. Darko Velyanovsky. Where could Darko Velyanovsky be from? Well, we'll look. We'll take a quick look. We'll pull up that profile and see what is posted there. It looks like some more Cyrillic letters. Might be Macedonia. Let's see. If we copy this and paste it into Google Translate, we should be able to figure out at least what language that is on his wall. Who's talking to him? Macedonian. Okay, there you go. And that's interesting. So interested in the issues in Turkey. Yeah, so this is not an American, not centered in America as far as we can tell. This guy wants in Trump for president, 2020 Trump for president, out of Macedonia, but isn't remotely related with Americans, with the United States. This one is probably Filipino. I'm not sure. I didn't look too carefully into it, but I wanted to just look at and hover over these and see who they are. Here's Ruben Ruskoto Risteski. I can't even say that. But let's take a quick look at that one and see where this one's from, if we can, if there's anything telltale on this profile. Prilep, right there. That is Macedonia again. So there's what, 3 Macedonians already? Kronos Velixos. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like a made-up name. I'll check into it later. And here we go. Prilep again. So then we have George Henry. I haven't checked this one out either. It didn't ring any bells for me or set off any alarms. Some of these just look normal, and that's what you would expect as far as Americans joining a group. Wasilla, Alaska, that sets off a few alarms, but I'll check it later. But most of these look really legitimate. And then you come across this guy. This is Macedonia as well. Christian, I can't even say that, Trifanowski. And then here's Nichols. I can't say that one either, but it's also Prelep. I looked at Rosaline Gregg. Rosaline Gregg looked very fake to me. I'll follow that one up later. And then we have what looks like legitimate people again. And here we go. Another one from Prelep. Why is this one group getting joined by a bunch of people from Prelep? It makes no sense to me, but there it is. And if anybody's got any comments, I'm not able to follow. This one is from Melbourne, Australia. I'm a little concerned about that one. I'll probably go back and follow that one up. This one looks rather normal. And then we got this guy. Now, where's this guy from? Let's find out. If we check there, we should be able to see who shows up on the wall, what language posting in, things like that. I always click on that link in case I have to copy. It straightens out the URL for me. But let's see what's here. Somebody's got a comment here from a year ago, and it said something. We'll go back up, copy it, go to Google Translate, and see if we can't paste it in. Bosnian. Okay. Bosnian. Well, that's the same region, is it not? Who else is on here? Here's this name, and this name looks like it's from that region as well. I've seen enough of these names and starting pages and groups and whatever to kind of tell the Macedonians are out in force. Yeah, I don't know where it is that this person went to, but it seems to be a school. Perhaps we'll see if it loads anything. Nope, nothing useful. But again, this is not English. Nobody on this page is serving up anything conversationally with English. It's probably Macedonia or Kosovo. Here's Gabriela Stevanovska, Prelep. And this is all just in the past few days. Here's December 29th. Let's see. Here's one. Skopje in Macedonia. And this guy's from Japan. I don't know what's going on there. Brendan Nabel Cherepko. That we can look in on further and see what's going on there. Maybe we'll have a little more telltale information as that page populates. We'll see. Goodness gracious, though. This is a lot of non-American related accounts from that one region showing up in the U.S. Now, this one seems to be, consistent with a real person. I can't say that for sure, but I'm not going to say that this is fake at all. It just, that name set me off in context with all these other ones. Here's Silvania Petrevska, I guess. Let's take a look at Silvana and see what Silvana is up to. And meanwhile, we'll also open Annie Demeska and see what's there. Let that one be opening while I'm looking at Silvana. Let's see. Silvana kind of got a mail order bride thing going on. The picture style there was the same as you see when you look at mail order brides or Russian brides or whatever. Let's see what language these folks are using here. We'll copy this and put it in Google Translate. This is really fascinating to me. Croatian, what do you know? That's another one that doesn't fit here. Here's this one, Prelep, again. Why? What is going on? And these are people posting in 2020 Trump for President group. Now, some of them haven't posted there yet. They might be waiting till they, are more accepted, but you'll see things posted there probably by some of them saying that they are, I guess, here's this one will be saying that he's a big supporter of Trump. Who else here supports Trump? And somebody else will. There's just these similar things they say, similar group posts that they make, trying to get people's attention and to signal to people that it's okay to trust them. That's kind of the thing that you see here. Who else do we have here? Johnson Matthew. I checked into Johnson Matthew, Los Angeles, California. Johnson Matthew didn't look too legitimate, although he looks normal here. Joined on Friday. There's something that feels off about it. I checked into it. When I see Johnson Matthew, I am looking almost exclusively at pictures of and about Trump, and that's an odd thing. Normal people who have normal profiles have some personal content put there. Usually you'll find comments by other people, but that's not what we're seeing here. Since December, early December or late November, I think we've been having these photos uploaded. And here's what goes on. Instead of having a photo uploaded at, let's say, a bunch of photos all uploaded at once, here we have Johnson Matthew uploading at 4:25 a.m. December 8th. And then here's 4:25 a.m. December 28th or December 8th. Here it is again. Different pictures, same time, all uploaded at one time. That tells me someone's building a fake profile. I can't be sure yet, but this is my guess based on what I'm seeing here. There are no comments. Nobody has liked or interacted with any of this, hardly at all. So I'm guessing this guy's fake, and I will check into that later. Let's see what else we have. Chalo Campos. I would look into that one later. Maybe it's not ringing any alarm bells. Neither is Victor here. Walter Leon isn't ringing anything weird. Although I will say that this Trump 2020 badge thing that you can get for your profile, that is what a lot of fakes have been using. Kevin doesn't look really odd, except I've seen this background before, but it's a popular background. He might not necessarily be a fake. Then there's this guy. What is this guy? Let's take a look and see what we've got. If you're in a Trump-related group, you would think you would use English maybe to put your name there. But again, this is Trump content only and just these two images. Nothing much there. But it is interested in 2020 Trump for President group. That's interesting. We can look down some more. This guy from Armada, Michigan. Do you think that's maybe true? I don't know, but we'll take a look at him. Alok Rex is the URL up here. And we'll see what's going on. It says single, but we have a profile picture with another person. Look like they're very familiar. I don't know. And there's some family looking stuff. I don't know if this is a daughter, maybe, if that's what they're trying to pull that off as. But again, Trump related, nothing personal, just some pictures. Maybe that's daughter and grandkids, but that doesn't look like a photo that would represent that. I don't know. And then we've got Abhishek, who is from India, who's checking in on and commenting there. That's odd. And then here's a badge. I voted for Trey Winder. I don't know if that's Michigan. Maybe somebody can look that up or something. Kavanaugh stuff. But let's look at these timestamps again. Here is December 26th, 11:11 p.m. December 26th, 11:10 p.m. Here's 11:09 p.m. 11:09 p.m. 11:09 p.m. These are all loaded. 11:09 p.m. loaded up at the same time. 11:09. How many posts are you going to make in a minute? 11:09 about Kavanaugh. 11:08. Easy vote, straight Republican ticket this November. This was posted on December 26th. Why? Why would you post that there? Here's 11:08. Here's 11:08 again. And here's Vivek has got a comment about it. Why are you posting non-existing pic in India? Are you in America? So Somebody else is skeptical here too. Alok deserves a look, a deeper look. Cassie works in New England somewhere, New Hampshire. Let's see. Taylor, and then we have this guy, Crucevo. I don't know where Crucevo is. Let's look up that name. Crucevo. If I want to get better at this, it's a town in Macedonia. Yeah, okay. So another one in Macedonia. Here's some people that look like they might be legit. No big problem. There's nothing that looks really off about those names. And then this guy. This doesn't look like a person that's in the U.S., necessarily conservative Republican or whatever the target is. Don Tony Bekreski lives in Ohrid. Where is Ohrid? If I hover over it, it'll tell me Macedonia. Anybody else getting a little bit weirded out by this? Anybody else thinking this is really kind of strange? I don't know where these people might be coming from, what they might be doing in those groups, but they are not legitimate Americans talking to Americans in this group. And I could go through any number of groups and find the same thing happening. This guy, probably out of Philippines, Quezon City. Yep, out of the Philippines. Probably not actually located in San Francisco. Probably not. So that's another thing. Here's somebody from Switzerland. That's interesting. Okay. And then, look, I understand there might be people who are expats who are overseas monitoring things, and that's a possibility for any number of these. But the sheer number of people trying to connect from Macedonia and Kosovo, that's a warning sign. That's something that's not legitimate. Here's another one. Who else here? I mean, if you just looked at the ones with obvious names that come from that part of the world, that's one thing. I mean, some of these, though, are actually really fake, but they're posing as Americans. A good number of these we've looked at today haven't been posing as Americans. They are showing you, and this is a place we've seen before when we looked at another one, they are showing you where they come from. They have not changed anything. That's not fake. That's just foreign people trying to post spam and content into groups targeting Americans. And I can show you the kind of content that they're posting in those places because I keep track. I keep track of where these things end up, like groups that they might run. And I have groups that are run by Macedonians. I can show you that. And then I keep track of Facebook pages that they run. They run a bunch of Facebook pages trying to engage Americans and get American traffic and maybe push websites and ads on those websites to them. And you could see some of those places. I will show you the page where I keep track of that. I have a lot of pages here that you could see come from, anything with like animals. You can go up here, say, let's look at this one, Eagle Spirits. I can look at Eagle Spirit, and it says Albani Aslani. I think I'm the worst in trying to get these names. Albani comes from Kosovo, and that's kind of interesting. And when I look at this page, I can go to Eagle Spirits. It's about animals. Nothing really odd or political necessarily about this, but this has got 99,000 people that are interested in this page, that follow it. When I click on this ads, info and ads tab, it tells me over here, if the page is big enough, who's running it. Where is it run from? Kosovo and Serbia. And that's the kind of content that people are getting into American groups to share. I found a new one not too long ago here. Let's see, it was a cops one, but it was showing that it was from another country. They got so many of them. But yes, police officers. This is a new one that I just found. Nafi Ademi. And Nafi is from Kosovo. And another police related page. Brand new baby faker page out of Kosovo from that person. That's the only person that's been sharing it. And two people like it. Two people like it. Because it's small, Facebook hasn't really gone in and got the information here. But it was created November 25th, so it's just brand new baby page. They haven't really done anything with it yet. But when you see all of these names coming from places like Kosovo and Macedonia, then you can see Negotino. Let's see where that is. You could see that this is where they're gearing up to do these things, to share that content, and to make some money there. A town in the Republic of Macedonia. Did I have to guess? No. I knew. Why is this that within a week we have dozens of these names added into this group just joining out of Macedonia? I think that's a really good question. Here's the guy from Germany, probably a Macedonian transplant, just saying. Here's another one. And these group moderators don't pay attention. Some of them just let anybody through. Some of them are very concerned about their numbers. So they want to make sure that they don't turn anybody away. This group that I'm looking at, I think, has something like 30,000. It is this easy to find out where this guy is from. Republic of Macedonia. He's telling you what town he lives in. And moderators just let him go. And this might be a group that's run by Macedonians. I don't know. But there are a heck of a lot of people trying to get into it from Macedonia and succeeding. And then you'll find that they'll start posting from those groups that I showed you, police-related groups. I scroll up and I see things like USA Support, U States News. All of these run from other places. US Viral is a new one that's big right now. I'll highlight this one. I see it in all kind of groups. And it's run out of Sri Lanka. These guys are spending all kind of time in their real names. These are their real names. Apparently they're real profiles that they use for family and friends and whatever. And those Sri Lankans are sending this content to Americans. This is what it looks like. When we go and look there, we can see, let's see if it ever populates. Sorry, my laptop does not like to put Facebook pages together. It's only got a couple thousand likes. Of course, that's more than Unfakery has. And if you're watching right now, you should go right now and like my Unfakery page. You just search on Unfakery and you will find it. But this is the sort of thing that they have. Here's Trump and Melania, Trump and Pence. If you love this flag, let's see, should Brett Kavanaugh be confirmed? I mean, this stuff is just a bunch of bait, and they're just trying to get people to engage, like the page, and then they'll send them to a particular, website sometimes. So they will have a site connected to these, or sometimes they'll just serve them ad content depending on how they can do it on their pages. They might advertise with a link here that maybe you could order merchandise, or sometimes it's a link that you can go to download something. This is what they're doing. This is the kind of content. It's just a bunch of bait. It doesn't help anybody, but they make a bunch of money off of it because they know Americans will click on it. This is what these guys are doing. You may say, well, that doesn't sound necessarily too sinister. Okay, maybe, but you might want to ask yourself why dozens and dozens of these accounts are trying to get into American groups to talk to Americans about politics. It's just interesting. Nancy Prunty is a very interesting one. I've got this one on report already. Nancy lives in Bhutan. Yeah, it looks like that. But again, so many of these things, you could see these names, you could see the places. If you look them up, they'll give themselves away as to where they come from. It's just odd. And this is, foreign groups of foreign people attempting to get into groups for Americans about American politics, and it doesn't sit well with me. I don't know why Facebook isn't a little more aggressive in helping monitor this. I don't know that it should be necessarily people get banned from doing that, because you want people to be able to join groups and go cross country, across boundaries, etc., to be able to communicate. You don't want people shut off into silos based on where they live. But at the same time, I don't know that I want people from Macedonia spamming Americans with content that influences the way that they run, their business on social media, that influences the way they vote or talk about issues. It bothers me and it's scary. So I just wanted you to be able to see how many of these people have been trying to get into just this one group, and multiply that by dozens and dozens of groups that I monitor, and it gets to be insane. So thanks so much for coming along for the ride today, seeing just a little piece of what I'm looking at. And be sure to encourage people to like the Unfakery page. We have so much more of this kind of content coming in the year to come. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.